All right, sorry about the voiceover, had audio problems. Did a trip to Goodwill, walked out the door for $44, rounded up 3 cents. Gotta love rounding up when it's only 3 cents because it makes you feel like a good person. A lot of grab bags here today. I'll first show you what interested me in each bag, and then we can do an opening and go through the contents. This week was a blue label week, so everything with a blue label is half off. So these plates only ran me $3. This 4 porcelain plates actually turned out to be 6 plates inside. They are Christmas plates. I understand that they're going to sit around for 9 months. I have some other stuff I'm going to put in the attic and try to pull back down in next September. This item was actually in housewares, but it turns out it's a board game. It's new, it's sealed. I think it started on Kickstarter. The comp seemed pretty good, picking it up for $5. Board games are always kind of fun. This hair dye was under a blue label, so it was only $2. I don't know a lot about hair dyes. This seemed to be new and sealed, so it should be something that's easy to list just by the barcode, put it up on eBay, and hopefully it moves pretty quick. And then this CD DVD cleaner, I'm actually going to keep it. I've had one, it was a neutral comment. It was my first neutral comment. Somebody bought a 20-year-old Wii video game and wasn't happy with the scratches that were on the disc. I'm going to try to be more forthcoming with the condition. I always take pictures of both sides of the disc, but sometimes it's really hard to tell with the light. And I do actually have a few video games that aren't working. I don't know if I can use an auto compounding polish inside this little gizmo and actually get some scratches out, but it would be nice to have that for repairs and cleaning up discs. This scrap bag was in the aisle when you're standing in line to get to the register, so I didn't have a lot of time to comp anything, and it is the most miscellaneous grouping of stuff. You can see tattoos in there and these hanging strips in there, but what really grabbed my attention was the leather care products. As I've said before, I used to do some leather care, so I'm a little bit familiar, so it caught my eye, and it has 2 bottles of dye and an acrylic finisher inside. It seemed new. So that was definitely worthwhile to pick up. This was also at the register, so I just kind of had to make a quick decision there. And what really drew me to this is it has a Rubik's Cube in there. It's a 1x3, which is kind of cool. I had that other 1x3 that I have now, and I don't know, I'm just buying Rubik's Cubes now, so I have way too many. This grab bag was also at the register in a blue label, so it came in at $2. And I guess I was just standing in line for too long. It was a little bit busy, and I was just picking things up that I shouldn't have picked up. I definitely have buyer's remorse on this. I was really just kind of on the fence about the cards, thinking that I could get these cards and kind of turn those around, but we'll open it up in a second. And then this grab bag was $4. I did a quick comp on this. It just has a boatload of glass etching stencils. It has some glass etching gel or compound, and then this little etch bath. I comped a few of those stencils. I don't think they sell very fast, but I can definitely get a couple bucks or like $1 each, and it has a ton of them in there. So I'll try to separate them and lot them out. We can open it up in a second and see what we get. And this mystery item I'm probably going to get burnt on. It says pocket fetal Doppler. When you Google pocket fetal Doppler, some of these are very expensive. So just have to see see if it's working or see how it works. This one does seem to be non-name branded. It doesn't really have a name brand. It's generic, but it seems pretty clean. So we'll see how it does. And it was $7, so that's more of an expensive bag. So this last grab bag, I think I put this in my cart when I was shopping through the aisle, the electronics aisle, and I just forgot to comp it and take it out of my cart. I don't even know what caught my eye other than the Roomba AC adapter. It just has a few audio cables and a couple adapters in it, but we'll open it up and kind of see what we get. Okay, did a quick unboxing, so hopefully I can get some comps up and kind of show everybody what came in the grab bags. First up was the glass etching grab bag. I think I did pretty well here, but it's going to be one of those slow moving, not much profit things. There are 47 of these template packages of all different types. They've all been on clearance for somewhere between 75 cents and $3. And 43 of them are brand new unopened, and only 2 of them are opened. So I think I can lot them up and do okay, at least get my money back for that $5. There's a thing that seems it seems full. I didn't check to see if it's sealed. I don't think it's sealed, but it's the acid. I'm not sure if I'm okay mailing that, so I might just kind of let that go. And then there's the etch bath thing, so maybe somebody can use that, or I can include it in one of the lots. And then there's 2 pieces of glass ornaments, so maybe I can include that in one of the lots. I think I should make my money back off of that. Next up was this entirely random grab bag. I got the tattoos. I have a random thing of paper clips and push pins. I have a dime bag of green sequins. I have a bag of beads here. That might go for a couple bucks. I have this Go Army stapler, and I got to test it out, but I think it might be one of the nice ones that actually does more sheets than just the typical 10. And then this is a Scotch tape dispenser. It actually seems pretty nice. It's got a good weight to it. So maybe that's worth a couple bucks too, if somebody likes the colors. I have 4 of these removable picture strips. So I can lot those up. I think those will do okay for a couple bucks. But the big thing, of course, are these dies. These dies, I'll throw a comp up, but in my head, I think they're worth 10 bucks a piece. All 3 of them are brand new. Well, I'm sorry, the 2 dies and then the acrylic finisher. So hopefully I can get a fair amount from that. Here's the one where I really missed. I don't know why I picked up this party supply. It was Blue Week, so I got it for $2. One of these cards was actually opened, and that's what I was kind of hoping to make my money back on, is selling these 4 packs of cards. Hello Kitty napkins, some cheap cups, and a Mylar balloon. I don't know. I'll throw it up there and see what can happen, but probably a bad deal. Then I got this game pack, and once again, I bought this for the Rubik's Cube. I just kind of thought it was fun and to pick it up. It was only $4. I think it should be okay, but there's nothing really stupendous here. I think this How to Speak Cat might be sealed. It looks like it's not sealed on the top, like it came off, but then it is sealed on the bottom, and it slides out. So nobody could possibly slide it because the bottom is still sealed. So I think I'm going to list that as new, but let me take another look before I do that. Maybe I can get a couple bucks for that. This was a cool little thing. All these beads were just in the bag randomly, so I'm glad that they were all there. It is called I can barely read it, Lawn Pass. So I don't know. Throw a comp up on that and see what that's worth. Sealed Play-Doh. I don't know. That might be worth a buck or two. We'll see about that. And then this game was open, but maybe that's worth $1 or $2. And then here's that grab bag that I was like, I put it in my bin just to kind of see it, and I was going to comp it later, and I never got around to comping it, and I think I just rolled through checkout with it. It was probably a mistake at $7, but I think I can maybe get my money back. I have to look up comps for the iRobot Roomba adapter, and then also I got is it this one? Yeah, a Cuisinart adapter. So somebody might be willing to pay $5 for that. Help me get my money back out of that. This is a cheap micro USB like phone charger from the 90s, so I don't know, maybe $1. Here is a 2.5 millimeter to AV connection, so I don't know, that might be worth $1 or $2. This is all in Japanese, but it's brand new in the pack. And here's one that's brand new in the pack too, so just audio wire. So I don't know, I think I'll struggle to get the $7 back. That was probably a mistake, but that's it for the grab bags. Hope you guys are doing well, and see you next time.